So yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Okay. And I feel my journey, yeah, with the sessions, it's almost like, yeah, yeah, going through, like, you know, like Thorn, Jesse's son, going through so many practices, you know, yeah, learning so many skills on the bar, and knowing that he falls, you know, but it doesn't matter because he knows he can get up. You know what I mean? And he just knows that what he's going for is what he's choosing. So it doesn't matter how many years it took him, how many practices, how many fails, how many disappointments, you know, he always knew that he was a winner. Yeah. And now he gets to thrive because he's worked. He did the fruit, you know, he did his labor. You know what I mean? He can enjoy his fruits now. He can enjoy it because he's worked so hard. Yeah. Working for a purpose, yeah, for meaning, to become the incredible, amazing gymnastics, yeah, in what he does on that bar is profound. It is unbelievable strength. Honestly, I just thought to share that because that's what's come up for me. It's just, yeah, you know, it's very inspiring. It's very inspiring. Ooh, yeah. So I just feel that that's my journey of coming through my life, you know. I see very similar to you. I can relate to that. I can relate to his life. Work ethic, you know, he put in the work. Yeah. So yeah, thank you. Yeah. So I guess my word for the day is inspiring. Very inspired right now. Yeah, very inspired. Thank you.
Nikki, when you were talking earlier and then you said it again the second time, where you said something is like, and then because it's a new kind of experience for you this morning, you didn't quite have the word right there in terms of what it was like. And then Jessie said, was it like an invitation? But what had come up for me was like a ladder. There was another ring on which you could stand, which we could all stand. And then immediately I just thought of the stairway to heaven.
Oh,
and that's what came up for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it's heavenly. It is. It is heavenly. Yeah, and when you can really feel it through yourself, you know, through your body, right now, you know, allowing that to just feel that, you know. Yeah, it's yeah, a step to heaven. It is the steps to heaven. It is the steps to heaven. And funny that you mentioned steps because every step is directed by God, by divine, by inner self of allowing.
Yeah. When we allow it. Eh?
Yeah, when we allow it, that's to me is allowing, you know. And then also recognizing it. As Jessie said to Pascal, I loved that when I said, no, it's attachment. So you said, no, it's actually detached. And I'll go, yes, the chicken on the wings are detached. It's the patterns are detached. He's over those old patterns now. Those patterns are just patterns of what was, yeah? And it was okay. And that's when you can really emerge to the next level because you're not now in that lower stuck, yeah?
Mhm.
in just trying to figure everything out, because it's not going to be figured. It is that detachment of letting go and rising to the next level, where you are coming into this now place of feeling, oh, this is how I want to feel. Yeah, this is how I want to feel, right now, this is how I want to feel. It's just like the most incredible feeling. Yeah, because I am not just leveled up, but I'm leveled up with others, and others are speaking so profoundly into each other's hearts and lives. And it's just making like little ships, big ships, it doesn't matter. Just this knowing that we have this co-creating together, it is very inspiring for me. Because it don't matter what level you are on the ladder, yeah? Isn't that interesting? Doesn't matter what level you are here. This, we create heaven on earth. So there's a Alison, you bring a lot out of me here. I'm telling you. I don't know, like I do know, but when you speak, I go, uh-oh. Shut up, Vicky. Oh, it's just like, oh, it's the best. You can speak for hours. But I gotta stop now. I'm just saying, I can't help. Yeah, it's just interesting. It's amazing, amazing. You are amazing. Mm. Oh, oh God, thank you. Mm. Yeah.
Thank you for creating new levels, new spaces, for bringing them forth.
What came to me yesterday, Nikki, when I went out on my walk after group, and I really wasn't trying to puzzle anything out, and it was just there, and you came to mind, and I thought, what is it that you're so good at doing? And the word translation came up. You can describe things for people in very ordinary, easily understandable terms. So you explain experiences really well. And I was thinking, that's translating. So I hope that adds to your day, or to your wonderings about your talents, your gifts.
You know, that is very well received. And I want to say thank you. I really want to thank you. Yeah.
You're very welcome.
And, you know, if I could just be on a personal level, what's come up because of that feeling, as I told you, very nurturing. You're very motherly. And it's not because of, you know, it's just because how I received this. Yeah. And I receive it in a way that also brings real pleasure to me, real comfort, and real assurance that my mother, I heard my mother too. You understand? And for me, yeah. And so this is a very emotional, very moving, and more, but more of accepting now and receiving with grace, because my mother, yeah, she would just have very few words for me usually. Yeah. But when the words came, they were very profound. And I kept them in my heart for all my life, all this time. And so for me to hear that was something that I know now. You know, I just know. And I will carry this for my life, obviously, as long as I live. And I will also carry this in my heart. Because it's a real letting me know. Because like you said, you didn't have to figure it out. You just knew that it came.
It was just
I
there.
said,
Yeah.
And so for that, it's just knowing what I know, you know what I mean, Alison? And I think you know, right? So this, to me, I receive it. And isn't it interesting that I can really like, wow, that's because it moved me. It's like I felt the shift, you know, I felt it in my body. And there's a difference there than before. You know what I mean? Before it was said to me, you go, yeah. And it was always maybe the opposite, like, you don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know anything, you know? No. But to be able to receive that now, this morning, I open up my arms and I put my arms around you. And I give you the biggest hug ever. Like, I mean the biggest hug. And my mother couldn't show emotion. Even when I left South Africa, she couldn't show emotion. All my sisters are crying. My best friend's crying. And she looked at me. She said, I don't know how to show you. I just don't know how to show you. And I whispered in her ear, because she didn't like to look in your face. You couldn't look in her eyes. And I put my mouth to her ear and I said to her, Mommy, you don't have to. I love you. I love you with all my heart. You're my best friend. And wherever I go, you're going to go. I'll always be with you. And then, I could feel the squeeze. She squeezed me, and I knew I could go, and I had her blessing. You blessed me today, Alison. You blessed me more than ever, more than, just like you said, you put me in heaven. Not just giving me a ladder to climb on, as you have, through your wisdom and your discernment and your gentleness and just your incredible presence of, it soothes me, just hearing your voice. It soothes me. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I don't take it lightly, you know. I now can just say, wow, now I can express it because I wasn't allowed to express. I was never allowed to express my feelings, even when it was, oh, just couldn't. And now you gave me that permission to speak my feelings. So thank you. It's really, yeah.
I'm glad I could do it, Nikki.
Yeah, this is the power. This is the real work of power, of love, of where and allowing spirit to speak, because when you do hear it, it's changing. This is life changing right now, life changing. It's life changing right now. Testimonial out there to the world. This is it. It doesn't get better than this. Hello there. You know, and it's beautiful. And I'm very humbly and honored. But I definitely receive it.
Well, when I think
receive it.
about it now, I also, what I'm realizing is that Heinz was the one that started it off, because he
Yeah,
was so appreciative of your rendition of the game.
yeah, it was, and yeah, exactly. And I was quite surprised because I said, really now? Yeah, really now. Yeah, but that needed to be unlocked. You know what I mean? It needed to be unlocked because there was still, my heart was still closed and I couldn't open it. You know, it's like, you know, it's like branches are falling off, but it's still very rooted, you know. Or let's say not branches, but fruit. You know, things are popping up, but it's still grounded in deep in the roots there. It needed to come out, you know. And this was very deeply rooted that I didn't even know till now. And that's the gospel truth. And I don't need to pretend. I'm telling you what I'm telling you. So this is what is the power of transformation, and literally being transparent to be able to break free, to have breakthroughs, to get through, you know what I mean? And then live your life, because we're all here to live our lives, right? So yeah, I mean, this is just, I'm gonna just allow it to sink in now, because I'll give others a chance to talk. Yeah.
Embody it.
Yeah, just allow it now. Yeah. Thank you.
Afternoon, Ian.
Afternoon, Ian.
Afternoon, Ian.
Hi, morning, afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon, Ian. Welcome to Next Level.
Mm-hmm. Talk about next level. Ian's in the house. Oh my gosh. Get ready. Get ready to shine like a diamond. Get ready to shine like a diamond. Oh. Ah.
I'm sorry, Nikki. What was your word?
Inspired.
Thank you. I knew it was an I. I just couldn't put it out.
Thanks.
I'd written it and forgot to send. Sorry.
There, I think.
Morning, Chris.
Good morning.
Morning, Craig.
Morning,
Welcome.
Craig. I've got a word. My word is letting go of the past. I feel like the majority of it, I've let it go, but I still get thoughts in my mind, and I feel like the door's closed, but there's still a little bit open. So I just want to finally close it. And look to the now and the future instead, because the past is over. It only exists in my mind.
Ian, do you know the word transmute?
Yes.
Well, I had two words this morning. The one was transmute and the other one was allow. And I didn't know which one to use. I often say many words, but today I thought I have to choose between allow and transmute. No, I'm not going to choose.
Good, thank you. Because both of those words are very significant to me, Allison. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm feeling
Transmute.
discover. Or
Yeah, and
read.
here's the insight I got too into that, into transfuse and allow.
Oh,
Both
sorry,
of them.
Craig, sorry. Mine was transmute. M-U-T.
Transmute. Yeah,
Yeah,
transmute.
you know that word.
Yeah. I misspoke that when I came back. But here's the cool thing is that it's like it's not up to me to discern which of those to be using, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to just allow them both to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Allow my superconscious to sort it out. Yeah. Yeah. And it's so perfect for today for me. So thank you all.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like you to get your word in, Heinz. I think I heard it.
Discover.
That's what I thought. Thank you. Yes, when we get what we want, it just moves us on to a new path, a new space. thinking about the gymnastics example earlier. And
Mm.
as if when arriving in the moment, let's say we've been worked for. So what do we do in that moment when we got it? Me, and as I look back at my pattern, it was incomplete. I couldn't enjoy that because I got there and it was still empty. So the automatic was, oh, it must be more. Something else, not this.
For me,
Or
that
maybe
would-
more to it.
That wasn't my thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's as a parent in the context of only 3 can get a medal. And it's not the medal that matters.
Mm,
Mm,
exactly. It's the love of what you're doing.
Matters that one participates, being a part of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and participating fully.
To the next level. Until it's time for something else. Time for something else.
I'd like to share something from yesterday again. Almost what I experienced. So I'm very lucky. I have a
a small wood and a ravine area nearby that I absolutely love going to. And I had very strong experiences yesterday. So when I came out, I wrote this: we are designed for and consecrated, it's like being imbued in love from way before conception. And all we ever really need in this life is shelter, physical nourishment for the body, and of course, divine love. So then why do we grasp so onto the bruising of our egos, which inevitably happens? What is it that enables us to be so blind to the very fabric of our true existence? What is our true self? For as much as the English language especially can encapsulate, we are everything that we can imagine and more in the original field of Om, original sound, and agape. And so then after that, I was still thinking, because it's a ways for me to walk. And so I was laughing at myself because I went from, okay, so if I had to choose between my ego and the universe, which one would I choose? Well, obviously, I'd always choose the universe. But I haven't been able to do that in my life. And so I was thinking, what is it? What is it? What is it? And then I was thinking about grasping, that we grasp onto that bruising because that's what keeps it going. And then I thought, so then we let it go. So we've got to let it go. And then I thought, no, it's not about letting it go as much as allowing the transmuting to take place. So that's where my words came from yesterday. Thank you for the share.
Letting it be. Good morning, Mona. Welcome.
Good morning.
Mona.
Morning, Mona. It's so good to hear your voice.
It's good to hear everybody else's voice today. I'm just in for the listen today.
Morning, Mona.
Well, let's give Mona our words. We started with next level and curious and wonder of what that could be and allow it. It turned into ladders, stairways to heaven, purpose and where we're going, creations and choices. That's what I've seen in my words this morning. Nikki, would you tell us about Inspired?
All of those words are very inspiring.
Mm.
Morning, Mona and Craig. Yeah, I don't know with being inspired, if I could be any more inspired than I am already, to be very honest. So thank you, Alison, for that. Yeah, it's just allowing, I think it's so powerful. Allowing of just allowing. So what I came up with when Alison was speaking is allowing the area around your heart to relax. And allow your shoulders to relax. Letting go of wanting things to be any different than you are. And don't try to make unpleasant emotions go away. Remember that you are not your thoughts or emotions. You are the one who noticed them. Thank you.
That's beautiful, Nikki.
Inspired by Alison. Yes, and yes, and yes. I am transmuting and allowing this morning.
They also sound kind of fun.
It's so much fun. Yeah, I mind that. Absolutely. You know what they say about girls just want to have fun, right?
I hope the guys do.
Well, I can only speak for myself now, so I'm sure
Yeah,
the
but we
guys will
can
come.
have fun
I'm sure whoever wants to come on the joyride will come on the joyride, and whoever doesn't want to come on the joyride, they won't come on the joyride. That's just how it works. But I'm definitely going on a ride, that's for sure. Yeah. I'm riding on the train right now. I like who I see. Yeah, I like who I'm with. Yeah. Bring out the best. Knowing that you are the best. No one
You
like
bring
you.
the joy, Nikki.
Hmm?
You bring the joy with your joyful voice and laughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's been kept away, for a very long time. Because this scares people. It makes people run away. Because they can't give it to themselves. So they reject what they see, what you're giving. And I'm experiencing it right now in this very present moment. I was just being me. Just me. And it was absolutely incredible because I could feel the fact that I could just share and have all this excitement and love, but also experiencing in a human form with someone else that I could say, wow, this is so expansive. It's like, wow. And unfortunately, and it's not unfortunate, but it does happen. They take it away from themselves, not from me, from themselves. Because I know who I am. I know what I can bring to the table. I know I'm a good friend. I know. I just know that. So when they walk away or feel so overwhelmed maybe of it, they reject it.
I don't think they reject it. It's just that the light are way too blinding for them, so they close their eyes to it.
Yeah. So that's where I can now cover myself with just having to know that it's okay now. You know, it's very important for the allowing to be okay when you have been rejected your whole life. This is not a victim mentality kind of behavior. This is what you've experienced. You've been chastised and rejected your whole life, told your whole life how you had to be, how you had to sit, how you had to eat, how you had to walk even, how you even had to speak, when to, all of it. It was nothing of you, it was just all what everyone else wanted from you. You were a slave to others because they needed to be happy. It was all about them. It was never about you. And now you know what? You know what happens after many, 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 many trials and many, many tribulations that you have to go through. By the grace of God, come out on the other side and you say, so be it. So be it. It's done. There's nothing else I can do, nothing else I can be than be me. This is very important, me and everyone else out there to be them. Because till you get to that place, you can't be your truth. You just can't be you. You can't speak your truth. I mean, why live a lie? Who are you trying to pretend? What do you want others to think of you? Because there's parts of you that you maybe feel, oh, I will be could like judged on or whatever. No. I'm just sharing. This is just an open space to say, yeah. No one denies that. No one doesn't acknowledge that. What all the experience that we experience, no one. We all acknowledge it because we all know pain. We all know heartbreak. We all know suffering. We all know it. But there's another way. And that way is what I'm choosing. Liberation. Revolutionary. Life-changing moments. After moment, after moment, after moment. And it's possible. Because it's happening right now. That's why I know.
Good morning, Annette. Welcome.
Good morning, Jesse. Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, Annette.
Hello, Allison.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's Craig too.
Annette,
can't
oh my
see
goodness.
I cannot see who's on the list as far as in the room because I'm driving, so I'm just have my earpiece in and got a bit of a drive ahead. I thought, oh, I'll just pop in.
Yeah.
Welcome, Annette.
Hello there.
Good
Hello
day. Eh?
there.
Pardon me?
We
I
said
said,
good
good
day.
day, eh?
It is a
Good
great
day,
day.
eh?
Yes, it is a great day. So what
Morning,
is the
Pascal.
topic that you guys are talking about?
Morning.
Morning, Pascal.
Hello.
Morning, morning.
Morning, Pascal.
Good
There's
morning.
Ian. Ian's here too. Wow.
Full house this morning.
We all came to play.
Sounds like it.
We all came to play
So what are we playing then?
Next
the
level.
game of life.
Ah,
Go,
game of life.
Alison. Go, Alison.
Yes, the game of life. So I stopped reading the rules of life. I've stopped listening to be schooled by others about how life should be lived. And I just decided to live my own life. And I'm having a hell of a great time.
Yay.
Oh, I'm in the car with you, Minette. I'm driving it. I'm a passenger. I'm
There
a
you go.
passenger in your car, and we
Yeah.
are heading.
Stop believing in what others are saying is true about me and my
Mm.
life or how life should be
Mm.
lived. It was a big, long lesson to learn. Allison can attest to that. Because I've spoken to Allison.
Not
many
surprised
times.
about that. Not surprised. Sorry, Annette. I know I'm disturbing you, but I got to just squeeze in that little, not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that Alison was right there. And she knows. I'm
She
not
gave
surprised. That's
very,
right.
very
That's
guiding words.
Amen.
Very guiding words, yes. And that
Amen.
just broke me free from
Mm.
always feeling that
Yeah.
I need to listen to other people, that they knew better about what I should be doing, and trusting because trust was really big for me. Trusting that I actually knew better for me than anybody else. And then when things start going right, I thank the universe. And it's amazing how much gratitude comes forward. And when you live from gratitude, oh my goodness, it is absolutely wonderful.
Mm.
Absolutely wonderful. It's just everybody's path to that is different. Right? And I from gratitude before, but this is different again. Like this is every time you transition forward, it is another aha moment. Like you thought, oh, I didn't think it would actually get better than this, but it does. And so when a hiccup comes along the way, you're able to handle it differently. And you can reflect back and say, now I remember I would have actually reacted this way, but I didn't. I caught myself before I did that because I'm not that anymore. I'm different now. And I'm liking it.
Yes, you are.
Mhm.
Yes, you are. Thank you.
Yeah, and only happen when you're owning your own life.
Mm.
You take responsibility.
Living alone and
for-
really, living alone and really being alone, you really get in touch with yourself. And it's very scary at first. It takes a long time to transition to really appreciate being alone, but you get this it's not bravery, it's not courage, it's just this self-confidence in yourself that is different in self-confidence in yourself for other things, like running a race or doing a task. It's just different, and you feel so comfortable. I would talk about being in the sling between plus and minus, and that sling of between plus and minus, it is so big and it is so wonderful. And you get to choose if you want to go plus or minus. That's what's nice about it. You don't have to be pushed that way. You get to choose. And sometimes you just choose, no, I just want to stay where I am. I just want to observe. It's good. Relying on your intuition is big. Really big.
And the hiccups are
Let's
just
take
a
our
moment.
Sorry, Hans, go.
The hiccups are just a moment. The bliss is what you are. You can remain in the bliss even when the hiccups are happening. You just have to take care of that little hiccup, and then you're on.
Annette, we had
Yes.
opportunity earlier for the stairway of heaven to appear. And so intuition, that's what intuition is. It's our stairway to heaven.
You know, what I like about Annette, what she given such clear clarity about living your highest potential, living your highest level of your highest self, what is serving you. And it's just the obvious, right? And as we get to hear that again, we can then choose that. So that's so powerful. And what Alison just bringing it home as she does, she brings it home for us, that we can just say, yeah, gratitude, having that allowing of receiving and saying thank you. So be it, so be it. And looking at words, words are very powerful, very, very, very powerful. And wow, when you're coming to leveling up and emerging that and opening and being willing to say, what is new year? What can I experience, something that I've never experienced before? And having to be here is actually being present. So the past, as Ian says, it's gone. There's no past. And if you can look at it like that, this is where we can really step into our power, into the solar plexus, and allow that chakra that has been bounded because you could not show your power. Because if you did, it wouldn't be perceived very well. But now you have the power. This is who you are. This is what you get to really allow it to just flow through you now, organically, like just because, right? Because that's who you are. You are that power. And what I love about Ian saying, moving forwards, we're moving forwards with that power. We're moving forwards with knowing that we can engage, activate it, know how to use it, because power is very, very, can make you or break you. You have to get very neutral with it, very centered and loving, loving, coming from a place of love. So beautiful when Alan says we can transmit it, allowing that. Just allow it. Just let it be transparent. Let it just feel that. Just feel that, because you deserve that. So it's only you that can give it. And when you give it to you, you can give it to others just because, nothing in return, because that is who you are. You are that powerful. To discover and to evolve with each other and seeing others create with you beautiful things that you can never, ever imagine. And that comes from gratitude. That is what gratitude is. And when you're in that gratitude, you can never be out of it. Your heart is anchored. It is rooted. Nothing can stir it. Nothing can break it. Nothing can wash it away. That's grace. That's love. That's joy. That's peace. That's you. You've always been that. You've always been that way. You've just always been that. And now you get to be it. Just like Craig said. You get to be it. Wow. Thank you, Annette. Thank you for taking us on a ride
Mm.
because it's a beautiful ride. And that ride is filled up with so much love for you and joy and so much happiness that it gives me more to be inspired by. I admire you. Thank you.
That was your word for the day, Nikki. Inspired. Ian, moving forward. Allison, transmute and allow. Hines, to discover. Craig, to let it be. And Annette is the difference between the plus and minus and the choice. The power of choice. Good morning again, Pascal.
Yeah, I had some Zoom or internet tech. I don't know, because something went wrong with my phone. Not too sure what happened. Thank you. Yeah, at first, like I wanted to say something, and then like nobody could hear me, obviously, and then all of a sudden, like everything just shuts off. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna restart the whole thing, and then it says no internet. I'm like, what? All good now. Little hiccup like what we're talking about.
That's right. That moment between the positive and negative, right? What I want and it's not, I can't get it.
Mm.
We have so often we think it plays out on a big stage, but it's really the small stages.
Yeah, what I want to say about hiccup is every hiccup that we say is a limitation. And it's what we add after I am. So it's like losing who we truly are. And then we get back online, like Annette was saying, right? We catch ourselves.
I know I'm disturbing, but I just need to say thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Much love. Love you. Bye.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye, Nikki.
All right. I'm out of the very hilly area, so I think you'll be able to hear me talk. I don't know if it was intermittent before. But one of the things that I have discovered is, we would ask, well, where's the power? Where are you putting the power?
Mm.
And often we assign it to somebody else. And what I have discovered too, it's not just assigning it to somebody else. That's the easy way out. But actually reflecting more upon us. Are we putting the power in how we are coping with whatever conflict it is? How are we coping? Are we running away? Are we avoiding it? Are we becoming aggressive towards it? Are we doing nothing? Are we fighting? And it's how we are coping with that. That is where we're putting our power.
Yes.
And too many times we want to assign it to somebody else. And like I said, that is the easy way out because that's what everybody talks about.
So what I'm hearing, Annette, you're saying that the power is in our attitude.
Yes, it's just learning how to change that attitude because we don't see it in ourselves.
Yeah.
I heard you say that we're giving power to how we're coping with it.
Yes. Are we fighting? Are we in flight? Are we freezing?
Well, are we coping? We coping at all?
Yeah.
Or are we just allowing it?
That would be freeze. A form of freeze. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you can look at
owning it.
Yeah, own it. Fight for it. And when we can, or for myself, I'm not going to speak for everybody else, but for myself, when I finally figured that out, it was like, oh my goodness, I've been doing it the whole time and didn't even realize it, but I've been running, I've been fighting, I've been freezing.
Mm.
The biggest part was the freeze and how to come out of freeze. That is a journey in itself. And I'm sure there'll be situations where I will freeze. I will sense it.
Well, what you're describing for me, Annette, is what Jessie started out with, was next level.
Oh,
So your
okay.
awareness brought you to the next level.
Yeah. That's why I, as a kid, I would always be teased that I would talk to myself, have a conversation. But, I've gone back to that and it's the best thing.
Mm.
Because you are your only person who can say, now, why would you have done that? And then you can tell yourself why you did it. And you can put your hands on your hips and just kind of look at yourself internally and say, really? That's all you got? Now tell me the truth.
Yeah, I've learned an unbelievable amount just by coming through a freeze response. In fact, I'm examining one today, actually.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a few over the last week. Yeah. It's very interesting.
Yeah, because
We can be freeze in one aspect, and with something else, we fight tooth and nail.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can become very aggressive, become very passive. But it's noticing why that extreme.
Yeah.
And it's something that doesn't happen overnight. It evolves weeks, months.
Yes.
That's when you notice the changes. And it's super good when you can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because what happens, your whole personality changes. And when your personality changes, you live from that.
You become more of you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're more in balance. So yeah, you're not like super angry and you're not super happy.
No. You're just
right?
content.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like for me, like that's what I noticed. Like, you know, like if someone says, "Oh, yeah, we're gonna have you over like tomorrow night," and I used to be like, "Oh my God, this is so cool, yeah, yeah," and now I'm like, "Okay, cool." I can be like present with people, and it's so much more enjoyable, right? Like instead than like, because when you're super excited, like you're not completely present.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And the same thing on the opposite, like of the scale, right? If you're super angry, like you're definitely not present.
Yeah. So 2 years ago, I had a choice that I would write down in my lenses, and it was showing up in my times of chaos as I do in my times of greatness. Now, granted, the wording has changed a little bit, but the meaning of that, what the intention is of that, has always remained the same. And I live that every day now. And when you see the first glimmer of a choice, such as, let's say, that one that I did, I celebrated that. And it's like, yes, I did it. In tiny little situations that I was able to manage emotionally, I was able to show up in a small chaos as I would my greatness. So here,
Annette, you're breaking up a lot.
Yeah, she's driving.
Oh, must be a bumpy road.
Been all excited. That's your greatness. But now you're just showing up either way. Doesn't matter or not, it's just go.
Oh,
Did we lose her?
the road ends. I think
Yeah, the road ended.
ends.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, Pascal, you were talking about balance. And for me, the word that came up was integrity. Like integrity with true self. And yeah. Basically the same thing, but a little different flavor. Yeah.
Still ice cream though, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, and to follow through with what Annette was saying too, it's like it's kind of like you'll have these mini situations that remind you of other things that you, other responses that you've had before. These mini situations come up to give you some feedback as to how those are being resolved and integrated into your being. And yeah, it's really, really good to have that feedback.
Yeah, the universe will always tell you where you're at.
Yep. You see how far you've come and how much different things are today than they were yesterday and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Because it can bring you the same situation, but then you react differently and be like, oh, okay, well, that doesn't serve him anymore. So let's bring something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
You can always take it as a challenge, right? But
yeah,
when you're owning your own life, like you're like, oh wow, that's just, just me evolving.
Yes.
So I gotta tell you guys, yesterday, like my wife left and then she had to do some errands, and then like I was by myself with Kai, and she was like, oh, do you want to do the errands and pick up my stuff, because she bought some stuff on the marketplace or something, and then like, or you want to take care of Kai, bath him and put him in bed? And I was like, no, I just want to stay with him. So bath him, everything went well, and then I tried to put him in bed, and then it was a little bit of a struggle, but then I just wait for his cues, right?
Yeah.
Right. I wasn't like kind of like pushing him like to be in bed. Anyway, so it went pretty well, and then like she'd come home, and then it was getting a little cooler in the house, so decided to shut like all the windows, and so I went in his room, and I didn't realize that like she put like a little speaker to hold the curtain on the ledge. So when I really closed the window, the speaker fell off, and then I woke up the baby.
Oh dear.
Because there was a really big bang.
Yeah.
And then so anyway, I was like, oh, he's gonna be fine, So I go downstairs, I thought like he's just gonna go back to sleep. And no, like he's just started crying and crying and crying and crying. So my first thought was like, okay, well, I'm gonna leave him in bed, and I'm gonna just like, help him to fall asleep with my hand, right? And that didn't work. So I was like, you know what? Maybe let's just feel him. So I put my hands above him, and then like, not that I do Reiki, I don't do any of that stuff, but like I was just kind of feeling like his energy. And eventually, like I was like, oh, I'm forming like a ball in my hand, right? And I felt like it was kind of an elastic. And then when it was like fairly big, I just kind of projected to him. And then like, my God, like it was like 3, 2, 1, and then like he fell asleep. And I was just like, wow, this is so cool, right? Like it's just like, like, but like, and I was kind of watching on the side of my eyes, like if like my wife like was walking in or something, she'd be like, what are you doing? Gotta fall asleep. But we're so caught up in like, oh, we should be doing this, like Annette was saying, right? Like, don't tell me how I'm supposed to act or do things. Like, use your intuition, right? I closed my eyes and I really kind of felt him, and I was like, oh, boom. I'm not saying it's going to work every single time, but it worked this time.
The energy went where your intention went, and then the energy to.
Yeah, exactly. Like the intention. And it wasn't forceful, you know, it wasn't like, oh, you can, baby, can you just fall asleep? You know, it's really like, you know, calm environment and stuff. So, and I really enjoy it to be in that field, you know, it was just like very pleasant. But when he fell asleep, I was like, okay, I'm gonna walk out just in case like there's too much energy. I don't know. And then he wakes up again. So yeah, I mentioned that to Heinz, like about this show called Legion on Disney. You guys watch that?
No.
Oh, it's absolutely phenomenal. It's like this guy that hears voices, but he's got like superpower, but like he can't really control his power. No, I'm just at the like episode 2, so I don't know too much. Heinz watched the whole thing, but and it's like, say like government want to shut him down because he's too powerful and they feel it's too destructive. And the other side are like, let's learn how to control, because like it's extremely powerful and it's like there's nothing wrong with you, right? The voices or the intuition, whatever, it's just like it's your gift, you know, and let's use it as that. So he's starting to learn how to control it. So but yeah, it's a phenomenal show. But it's 2 different perspective, right? You know, and then sometimes we're like, you know, with that much power, it's like you're talking like he's like in the kitchen, and then he gets angry at his girlfriend, whatever, and then like everything's flying out of the shelves. Everything. It's a huge mess. So
It's just the beginning of his powers.
yeah. I can just imagine.
And one half wants to control him, the other half wants to use him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it was the first time that like when I was like playing with that energy that felt really like strong, like it resists. Like it was really like when I was stretching an elastic band.
Mm.
Have you guys experienced that?
Pascal, sometimes when I'm in the woods, then I get that.
When you're what?
And
You're in the wood?
when I'm walking in the woods
Oh, okay.
and when I'm
Yeah.
in meditation. And I used to get it when Kaylis was little, my daughter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I always felt it, but like, you know, like if I move my like my hands closer or a little further, it was very subtle. But this time
Yes.
it was really like an elastic. It was just like, Jesus, like I don't know if I can extend this thing much more. You know, it's almost a workout.
Well, you obviously will be. No doubt about that. I think since, sorry. What I was going to say was I think that since being here with Jesse and us doing the group, I've been able to experience it more and more, you know, in a very subtle way,
Mm,
but very healing for the body.
yeah.
I thought the energy thing was a normal thing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Yeah, for you,
It's
Heinz.
like when other people talk about the third eye, I'm going, and other people say, oh, they thought that was normal. And I say, the energy thing, I thought that was normal. I always played with energy my whole life.
That I believe. You can feel your energy.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You never lost that, Heinz. You always play with it, like you said, right? But most people, they don't play with it. You know?
I've always found energy interesting, but I didn't know it was called Reiki when they said Reiki. I thought it was just energy flow in body, and I've named everything. So I thought the thing with energy in hands, that was normal, that you can feel it moving around when you move your fingers, that your finger is pushing through the air in front of you so you can feel it. Oh, my bird's going nuts.
That's Jesse's bird.
No, not this morning.
Oh, not yours this morning.
Craig usually have birds as well.
Bye, Craig. Yeah,
Is he gone?
he's leaving.
Bye. Have a
Oh,
nice
he's
day.
leaving.
Yeah, I'm on my way out. Thank you, everybody.
All right, Craig. Be that way.
Do you want to hear my birds or what?
Yeah, I want to hear your birds. Well, I have a wonderful day.
I've just been enjoying the morning Venus. and watching
Mm.
watching her come up. She's quite a few hours in front of the sun now, so it's really cool.
Nice.
Anyways, big love all.
Okay.
You too. Bye-bye.
I just say loved how Annette put the focus of our power,
Yes.
and it's in sensing, it's in noticing the tension, the force, the energy. Whether we're giving it away to something, someone, circumstances, situations, or to our choice. And it's conditioned in most of us, right, to relieve, to release, to get away from the tension by fighting, by angry, by freezing, by running away from. Like those standard, those common reactions. And other words we put to that is judging, blaming, proving.
It's
All of
participation.
those release the tension too.
There's a lot of participation, and the truth don't need you to participate. It is the
Mm.
truth.
Yes. And truth is what pulls us forward rather than pulling it backwards. Flowing energy, not resisting the energy. Allowing it to just move through, write it out. Oh, what could it be? What is it? What does it mean? Where is it going? Doesn't mean
You
it's
know
going to
what
be
I,
easy.
sorry.
This doesn't mean that it'll be easy. That's what we think we want. Go ahead, Allison.
What I got was the next thing about where we put our power is that when we stand up for love, the power is there. And when we stand up for love, we're standing up for ourselves, what we essentially are, right? In our essence.
Yeah, it's the only thing worth standing for.
Yeah, exactly.
When one is done with doing the love way, you get much more power back. Except when you're doing the other way, you're totally depleted for power.
Exactly. Yeah.
love is our power and our power is love. Our true power.
Yeah, love dissolve anything.
Hmm.
It melts it away.
Mm-hmm.
What a great morning, all. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you again, Jesse.
Have a
Bye,
great day,
Pascal. Bye,
Jackie.
Hun.
Thank you.
Bye, Pascal. Bye,
Have a good
Alison.
day.
Bye, Heinz.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
Pascal. Bye,
Bye.
Allison.